Hey guys, it's Thomas here again with another board game review. Today we are talking about one of the top 5 board games of all time. In my opinion, this is Lost Cities. Now, Lost Cities is a card game and I like it because it's easy to learn, it's quick to play, and it has a great mixture of both luck and strategy. So this is a great game for people who are serious gamers, but it's also a good game for people who are more casual players, because it's quick to learn, it's easy to play, and both parties can have fun at the same time, which is great for all skill levels and all people, whether you really like board games or you're just playing once or twice. Let's go over how to play real fast. So here we have an example of the game kind of set up mid-game. And you can see you have the opportunity to go on up to 6 different adventures. And whether you want to go into these adventures is determined by the cards in your hand and the cards you'll think you'll get in your hand over the course of the game. Now, you can get points by succeeding in these adventures, but you can also lose points if you decide to go on an adventure and you don't have enough cards to take that from a net negative to a net positive score. Now, you are playing alongside your opponent. You're not necessarily competing directly against them, but you might decide that you both go on the same adventure, and there's only a limited amount of cards. If you both go on the white adventure, it might be hard for both of you to succeed at the same time. If I see my opponents going for blue, I might choose to not go for blue because I'm worried I might not have enough cards to make that adventure worthwhile. So while you're not directly hurting your opponent, you are navigating around your opponent, which is a very interesting twist to the game. So you have 8 cards in your hand as you're playing the game, and you need to play a card and then pick up a card. You can pick up any one of the top of the discard piles that you and your opponent communally share, or you can pick up the top face down card over in the draw pile here, and then the game ends once you run through the draw pile. So you have to be conscious of how many cards are left in this so you know how many cards you have left to play. So this whole game, you have to go in numerical order. So the whole game is trying to determine, if I have a 2 here, I might not have the 3 of white, but I might have the 5 of white. Should I play the 5 of white? And then I can't play the 3 or 4 later in the game, so I have to navigate around which cards I hold in my hand and save for later, and which I play now. And that's the interesting concept to this game. So in this hand, I would play the 3 of white because I have it, and that's the next card there. So in all these piles, you're trying to achieve a score greater than 20. Once you get to 20 points, you are now net positive because each adventure costs 20 points to go on. So if you can't get 20 points, you're gonna get a negative score for that adventure. So typically, the round is over when you run out of cards. I usually play 3 rounds and take the cumulative score. So even if you don't have a good score round 1, but you score really good round 2 and 3, you can win the whole game. And each round takes me about 10 minutes to play with my girlfriend. And so a total game is about 30 minutes. You can even do it in faster than that time once you get the hang of the game. Now that you know a little bit about how to play, I really hope you check this game out. I highly recommend it. If you're on the fence, do yourself a favor. It's gonna be tons of fun. There's also an app. I have it on my iPhone where you can play Lost Cities against bots, against other human opponents too. It's really fun. I'd still get the board game because it's easier to learn that way, and I like playing face to face, but it's great to have that when you're on the go too.